die schets? Nee.
We're delighted and honored to have you in the first ever visit of the royal family, the King and the Queen, the Netherlands to Cyprus. Thank you very much for accepting this once again. We're greatly honored to have you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the very warm welcome we had here this morning at your residence for the first day of our state visit to Cyprus. Now, of course, since 1960, independent country, so it's much too late that the first day visit takes place, but we're very glad and honored that we are here today. So shortly after your visit to the Netherlands, as I said to you before, that also shows the importance the Netherlands puts into Cyprus and the role you play here in the Eastern Mediterranean. You're the most southeastern tip of the European Union, therefore a very valued partner in a volatile region. And we lean on you often, of course, in moments of need of evacuation, but also to understand this region. We need you. And therefore I think it's very good to enhance further bilateral relations as bilateral partners and as EU partners during this visit. We look forward to 2 spectacular days here in Cyprus, and thank you very much again for the beautiful reception this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but this is a nation.
And democracy in a volatile region. And therefore, we cherish the region when we work on within the bilateral relations to see how we can enhance each other's positions inside Europe, and therefore make Europe stronger and the bilateral relations stronger. So thank you very much for receiving us here today.
Thank you.
And then we had to add a lot of indigenous trees to get this project funded. We are doing a project with indigenous trees, so we have to add. But we have the right
Which are the indigenous?
Your Majesty.
From
From
the
the department.
Oh, very good. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. And we do have some tulips.
Yes.
That's very nice. Thank you so much.
And it's about the project that we we haven't presented it yet to the Cyprus
Yes,
people.
not yet. It
because
was
it's just
a very fresh agreement, let's say. We are trying to renovate all the area to make it an open space, let's say, for the civilians, for people, for children to come and get educated about the primates, but also to get to know better way.
and to experience also
Yes.
the way of, to experience all the methods of.
Different types of trees, or
Mostly we use what used to be here in the area, so it was more citrus.
no, but I'm
and-
saying that you have one row, one thing, one row, the other, because we've actually learned in.
Yes, we have asked that we want to initiate in this space more native plants that you can find in Natura 2000 areas that are protected. So in order for people to go there and disturb the environment, native species that can sit here in
Can
this
also
area.
come here.
Yes, amazing. Beautiful.
We give it to organizations for charity purposes. We have already started doing that. We also, last year we participated in a program for education and healthy living in schools, so we went and
That's
we
very
offered
Do you have a lot of obesity problem?
juice. The good living habits
Healthy,
of
yes.
healthy eating.
Healthy eating.
Yes.
And there is a program that is funded by the European Union about fruits and vegetables at school, but also milk products at school, and a healthy, let's say, diet.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There is the, let's go and have a look how
The whole structure.
our vision.
Yeah. Apologies for the Greek for the moment.
No, don't worry.
But it was very so. Okay, so all this road goes. So in the future we'll have the access point by the end of
And
this
that's a
road.
bit the design you're going to have. So you're going to also have a little bit of a park and.
Not
Yeah.
where you can see how they cultivate it, you can see an actual.
There is also a suggestion to make a small olive producing machinery
Yeah.
in the area so that the children will come,
Which I really
pick up olives and then process them
It's
and
good
make.
to see. They are very enthusiastic, the children, and also from elderly homes.
Yes.
They want to have opportunities to give them. Yes.
Are you going to have bees?
The bees smelly. We have one discussed it before.
We used to have bees in the palace. We have bees in our old house. So it's very important.
Just for educational purposes. But
We can do it. I think we should do
for
it.
for park, let's say, that we will have some.
It's extremely healthy.
Yes.
Vegetables garden, and hope that next time you are here.
Yeah,
like
very
to
good.
see.
Beautiful. Irrigated are more susceptible. So these ones that are more in arid conditions are more strong and.
Okay. Yeah, that's very nice.
And then play and they have a history.
So it's going to be exploitation is also extremely. You have to guide them, otherwise they're going to do the wrong thing. And
No, we have a special program that is designed especially for this farm, born biomass subject for the children. We have in our tradition all these herbs.
So in Argentina, I have the Carmina, which is one of the national flowers, and I bring from Greece all these other plants. So I have an explosion of jasmines.
Excellent.
It is so
We used
pretty.
to go to Portugal
It's really, I was posted in Athens. Yeah. No, it's very beautiful. We love it here. But we're a little bit far away.
You go to...
We're near Kilada. Towards just basically...
the whole summer? We don't want to do anything else unless it's Olympic Games.
and then we go because we have a lot of athletes.
I wish to express my certitude that our dynamic partnership will continue to prosper and evolve based on our joint commitment to European principles and international law. Thank you once more, Your Majesties, for your presence in Cyprus, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of your visit.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and what a pleasure it is to be paying a state visit to beautiful Cyprus now. I remember well our first meeting at the Huistenbos Palace just over a year ago. Back then, we discussed the unique position of Cyprus as the most southeasterly point in the European Union. Your country is a cultural crossroads and a bridge to the Middle East and North Africa, a beacon that represents Europe in the Eastern Mediterranean. Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, the Palestinian territories and Egypt are your neighbors. You understand the issues at play. You are aware of the many complex challenges, including the need to keep migration flows under control. You're doing your utmost to contribute to stability, security, and mutual understanding in the region. Those efforts are immensely valuable, both to the Netherlands and the whole of Europe. Peace and security are fragile.
Stability, security,
that's why we cherish our
and
friendship with you
understanding
and to work together to promote freedom, democracy,
Those efforts
human
are
rights,
immensely valuable.
and good governance. During our visit, we'll also be reflecting, as you said, on your country's turbulent history and its tragic division in 1974. So many families still bear the scars to this day, and the emotions run deep. Our hearts go out to everyone who is still living with the effects today. Dialogue is essential for the future of everyone in Cyprus. The Netherlands supports the UN process aimed at achieving lasting solutions. It's a hopeful sign to see that members of the different communities are themselves taking steps to get to know and understand one another better. The Home for Cooperation, located in the buffer zone, is a place where young Cypriots from both sides of the Green Line can discover how much they have in common. We look forward to visiting the center tomorrow and to all the other items on the program of our visit. Once again, Mr. President and Madam, thank you very, very much for your hospitality. Thank you. Right. Finally, we visit Cyprus.
And a very meaningful visit.
Yes, especially. Only the committees, we have 16 committees, education and so on. And wealthy, but at the same time, as you know, I'm also the leader of my party. Three hats sometimes, because as you know, we don't have a time in the world. I'm also an acting president as well. So it is. It's very demanding, the political time period for your Majesties. Yeah. Very demanding.
With any search and rescue incident, the air primary assets of the Air Force as well as vessels for operation room is staffed by trained personnel. Both is divided in 5 ships sectors, the air sector and the naval sector. Manual to the satellites. The satellites will forward this signal and depending on the position, the information and confront with the incident. For example, if it's within Nicosia FIR, Jersey Larnaca will receive the information. If it's within the Egyptian SRR, Cairo will receive the information. I know that you are familiar with this because you have Air Force and Navy background as well. Also, as even medical advice from the General Hospital of Nicosia to the American export search patterns, as you can see here. This is the path that a helicopter, a search and rescue helicopter, through joint SAREC.
Okay, that's okay.
Yes.
Yes, the camera.
Yeah. I think it's also a royal company. One of them, we are on the south of Spain.
For the next type varieties.
Andreas is a partner from this.
I guess so too.
That's why they're trying to create a good water for irrigation. So what you see is sophisticated.
Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Good to see you again. How are you?
Lovely to see you.
And Mrs. Andrea Anastasia.
Very good to see you again. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Mr. George Savidis, Attorney General of the Republic of Cyprus, and Mrs. Laura Savidis.
Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Mr. Adonis Liatsos, President of the Supreme Constitutional Court, and Mrs. Eleni Liatsos.
Very nice to meet you.
Mrs. Katerina Stamatiu, Supreme Court President, and Mr. George Stamatiu. Dr. Konstantinos Kombos, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Mrs. Maria Christodoulou Kombos. Dr. Athina Michailidou, Minister of Education, Sport, and Youth. Mr. and Mrs. Sirini Ladiviola. Mrs. Sirini Vicky, Deputy Minister for the President, and Mr. George Payolis. Dr. Vasiliki Kassianidou, Deputy Minister for Culture, and Mr. George Palasavas. Grand Master of the Royal Household. Mrs. Bibi von Zellen von Neufeld-den-Meer, Portugal, Mistress of the Robes of the Royal Household. Bruder, Adjutant General to His Majesty the King and Chief of the Military Household. Mr. Wouter Jung, Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the Republic of Cyprus, and Mrs. Harriet Jung-Winkler. Mr. Christopher Juncker, Director of the King's Office. Mr. Fred Mans, Acting Director General, Government Information Service. Mr. Eric Ferber, Deputy Principal Secretary to His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen. Von den Berg, Aide-de-camp to His Majesty the King. Mr. Job von Langenfeld, Deputy Marshal of the Court of His Majesty the King. Mr. Herbert Kunz, Director for International Policy, Ministry of Education, Culture and Science. Mrs. Fieke Hausmann, Liaison Officer and Deputy Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the Republic of Cyprus. Colonel Marco Kivit, Defense Attaché of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Mrs. Joanna Lanitis, Honorary Consul of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the Republic of Cyprus, and Dr. George Munders. Mr. Job Mulhausen, Private Secretary to the Minister of Education, Culture and Science. Ms. Tessa von Staden, Spokesperson to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mrs. Kula Sofianou, Chief of State Protocol of the Republic of Cyprus. Mr. Nectario Sotiriou, Deputy Director of the Diplomatic Office of the President. Mr. Yanis Antoniou, Deputy Government Spokesperson, and Mrs. Anna Antoniou. Mr. Harit Moritsis, Deputy Political Director, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mrs. Maria Stachon, Director of the Office of the First Lady.
To join me in a toast to the happiness and prosperity of the Dutch royal family, to the values we both cherish and hold dear, and to the continued cooperation between our countries in the years ahead. To the King and the Queen. Mr. President, Madam, what a pleasure it is to be your guests. My wife and I are honored and moved to be paying a state visit to your country at your invitation. The first ever state visit by a Dutch monarch to the Republic of Cyprus. It's extra special for another reason. Our visit is taking place in the year your country celebrates 65 years of independence. Cyprus, where the goddess Aphrodite was born from the foam of the sea, a country with thousands of years of civilization, whose ancient traces are still visible all around, but also a country of impressive renewal, which is constantly broadening its economy, a strong partner for the 21st century. When the waters become rough, Cyprus is a safe haven. We're grateful for the support you provide when it's needed most. In a crisis, we know that we can rely on you to provide emergency reception and help us repatriate our citizens. It's impressive how you've succeeded over the years in putting this partnership on an increasingly professional footing. The Joint Rescue Coordination Center in Larnaca, which we visited this afternoon, is a good example. Next month, the Netherlands looks forward to participating in Argonaut, the annual evacuation exercise that you organize so skillfully. Cyprus proves to be that a friend in need is a friend indeed. For many Cypriots, the Netherlands is not some distant, unfamiliar country. Remarkably, a large number of your young people end up forming friendships with each other in our country. Every year we welcome around 700 students from Cyprus. In fact, your own daughter has chosen to study in the Netherlands as well. More than welcome, of course. Our country may only get 1/10 of the sunshine you enjoy here in Cyprus, but fortunately, young Cypriots don't let that put them off, and they feel at home with us further north. For its part, Cyprus has for many years been welcoming students from Leiden, who are helping with excavation around Paphos, your birthplace, and elsewhere. It's fantastic that they're able to improve their expertise here, where Europe's early civilization blossomed. The exchange of knowledge and expertise, in whichever form, is essential to our future. It's crucial not only to students, but to all of us. We saw a good example of this earlier today when we visited Liopetri, where we met a potato farmer who uses Dutch seed potatoes that thrive in red soil. This is a fine illustration of how we work together on important topics that matter to us both. Mr. President, your invitation for the state visit is confirmation of the close ties that have developed between our two countries. But it means more than that alone. It holds a mutual promise for the future, a future in which we'll continue to support and strengthen each other as friends and equal partners in Europe. In the first half of next year, Cyprus will assume the presidency of the Council of the European Union for the second time, and we look forward to it. Europe's southeast and northwest have come together, and we will never be parted. May I ask you all to raise your glass and join me in a toast. To your health, Mr. President.
Can I pass your colleague?